Students, how are you all today? You can text, use the chat box. How are you all feeling today? Good. Only one? Okay, good. Good. I am good, Gaurav. I am fine. It has been raining since morning, and I think all of you are at home. Now, shall we start? Give me a big yes or a thumbs up. Good. I would like to see thumbs up on the screens. Go to your reaction menu and there you'll find a thumbs up icon. I would like to see thumbs up on your window. So let's begin. My first question to you, my dear friends, is how has the lockdown or not going to school affected you? We are in the lockdown, right? So how has it affected you, not going to school and being at home? Yes, getting bored. Anything else? Missing teachers. Okay. What else? Missing friends. I'm seeing answers only from Karthik. There's nobody else in the session today. Stopped education. Yes, that's bad. Even parents are feeling the same. We are really worried about the generation now because now we are into the second year wherein students are unable to go to school. So let's pray that the school starts soon. Fine. So let's move ahead. The topic is universal values. When you look at the topic, it would look as if it is so very complicated. What's in it? But let us make it as simple as possible. And it will be as simple as possible only if you interact with me like you did yesterday. So are you all with me? Yes or no? Good. Very good. So since you all are with me, let's move ahead. My first question is, would you like to spend your life after retirement in an old age home? Yes or no? Once you retire, maybe after you reach 60 or 70, would you like to spend your life in an old age home? Yes or no? Except one or two, everybody is saying no. Anirudh is saying yes. Okay. I'd like to know what the reason is. Okay. Next question. Your dream is to become a doctor, but your parents want you to become an engineer. What would you choose, doctor or engineer? So Gaurav will follow his dream. Kedar will listen to his parents. Okay. See, there's a mix wherein few are saying that they'll follow their dream, few are saying that they'll follow what parents are saying. Karthik clearly says that he'll listen to his dream. Very good. Will you wear helmet for safety or to avoid fine? Safety. Be honest when you're answering, because I know not all, nobody is 18 plus now, but whenever you become 18 plus, whenever you get a license, will it be for safety or to avoid fine? You need to be as honest as possible. Everyone is saying safety. and I like that. Hope you follow it diligently. Students, why do you get up in the morning? You get up every day in the morning, right? Whatever time it is. Why do you get up in the morning? Muralidhar says to have breakfast. No, I'm not asking the time. I'm asking, why do you get up in the morning? Seems a simple question, but difficult to answer, right? To start our daily life, to complete work. Anything else? Just think about it. Just think about this question for a while. You wake up every day in the morning, but many a times it so happens that you do not know why you have woken up, what you need to do next. Yes or no? You are clueless as to what to do. Raksha Rao says to learn something new. That is good. Why do you live the life that you are living now? Whatever you are as of now, whatever you do as of now, why are you doing that? Has somebody forced you to do that? It's your life, right? Do you know there are two important days in your life? One is the day you were born, and the second important day in your life is the day you realize why you were born. That means, do you know what you want to be in your life? How many of you know what you want to be in your life? If you know, just text what you want to be in your life. What is your goal? What is your dream? Be a successful man, okay? Good person, okay? Let the answers come fast. I'm waiting for answers from other students also. I see only the familiar names now. Become a good, honorable man, okay? Anything else? Raksha is very clear, wants to become a photographer. Very good. See, whatever you become at a later date, after you finish your college, or even if you drop out of your college, God forbid, whatever you do, it's all based on the decisions that you take, isn't it? It's all based on the decisions that you take. Now, I'll give you one example. When I finished my 12th, I got my result. My marks in PCB were, that is physics, chemistry, and biology, was more than physics, chemistry, and maths. So I thought that I would become a doctor because I had 95 plus percentage in both the groups. So I thought that I would become a doctor, but my uncles, that means my father's brothers, they discussed and they said that better this guy becomes an engineer. So those days we did not have anybody to guide us. Those days we did not have anybody to guide us. That's the reason why I turned out to be an engineer. So you remember my first question, want to become a doctor, but somebody says, the third person says that you should become an engineer, and I became an engineer. So I did not follow my dreams because those days there was nobody like us Like we are coaching you, there was nobody who used to coach us or mentor us. So I ended up not following my dream. No regrets as such. I am successful in life as of now, but still there's something you need to ponder about. Now, if you have a dream of becoming something, just talk to people who are in that field. Now you have the scope to do that. And if that path looks good and you know that you'll enjoy life if you follow that path, please do not kill your dream. So what I want to say is all the core decisions are based on your values. Yes or no? You are what you are only based on the values that you have. There's no point blaming others. Now, I'll give you one example. Everybody has 24 hours, right? Take, for example, 1 hour in that 24 hours. Some person in your group might go to the gym during that 1 hour. Some person will spend that particular 1 hour to read books or study. And some other person will utilize that 1 hour to watch TV or now TikTok is not there, PUBG is not there, but they'll waste time on stupid social media. Yes or no? So it is your choice, right? So who will be benefiting? The person who is studying or the person who is wasting time on stupid social media? Let me have the answer. It is a simple question. Who will benefit in the long run? A person who is doing some value addition studying or a person who is wasting time on WhatsApp or Facebook or similar such stuff? Obviously, the person who is studying, right? So it is your choice. It is your choice. Time given to everybody is the same. How you utilize that time is your choice. Nobody's forcing you to do something, right? It is you who have to make a judgment, who have to decide. For example, say for example, I am picking any one name from here. Say Gaurav. Gaurav, you are studying, and I come to your place and say, Gaurav, let's go to say McDonald's. And you are doing something very important. You are studying. And if I tell you, let's go to McDonald's, if you say no to me, the moment you say no to me, the time that you would have spent at McDonald's, you are spending the same time studying. Yes or no? So won't it be beneficial to you? McDonald's can come anytime, maybe after the exams or whatever. So did you understand this thing? What I want to say here is, it is your choice how to make a decision. And that decision will eventually take you to the right path or help you in achieving your dream. If you have understood this thing, I would like to see yes, if you have understood. The very fact that you are attending this training session is you are probably looking out for something which would be beneficial to you. Otherwise, you wouldn't have attended this session, right? Okay. So the values are situation independent and it helps in making a decision. Now I would like to know what are your existing values. You can type in your values. It can be as vague as possible. Don't worry. Just type in your values. Value can be integrity or there are so many traits, right? So what is your core value? Truthfulness or whatever it is. What are your core values? Do you know what a value is? Yes or no? Good habits, okay. Very good, Soumya. Helping others. Okay. Anyone else? Caring. Good point. Caring. Gratefulness. Okay. Pramanikate. Is that right? I am weak in Kannada. Okay. Helping others. So let's come to the core topic now. What are the core universal values? Few of those I've listed here: trustworthiness, respect, responsibility, fairness, caring, and citizenship. We'll go one by one and discuss each of these 6 values. Are you ready? If you're ready, say yes. If you're ready, say yes. Okay. Okay. So it's quiz time now. I'll show you some logos. You need to identify which brand it is. Okay. Yes, which brand this stands for. Very easy, right? Yes, it is Tata. Which brand is this? More answers, please. Okay. Pepsi, indeed. Yes. Do you recognize this girl? Exactly. Yes. You guys are too quick in such quizzes. I have noticed that yesterday also. Probably you people enjoy quizzes a lot. Which brand is this? And can anyone tell me this brand's tagline? Do you know the tagline? It's not Adidas. It's Nike. What is the tagline? There's a small sentence that they print below this logo. Do you know that? Yes, Gaurav, you're right. Just do it. Perfect. And which is this brand? It's McDonald's. Very good. Very good. It's McDonald's. Okay. And this one, the last one, which is this brand? Very nice. It's Pidilite Fevicol. Now, my question, my dear friends, is you all have answered the questions correctly, and that too immediately. You recall those brands. Why do we trust these brands? What are the reasons for trusting these brands? We all trust these brands, right? That's the reason why we buy goods from these companies. Quality, okay? Anything else? Anything else? They are popular, okay? Trustworthy, that's why. Exactly. Why do we trust these brands? One is quality. Any other thing? Experience. Here there's a mix. There's foreign product also. Flavor, rating, because they're trusted since ages, okay? Maybe because of advertisement. Not really. Advertisement is just a mode, but Tata has been trusted since so many years. Okay. So let's move on. As your dad, when you were young, do you remember your dad might have thrown you up in the air? And instead of fearing, you were laughing like crazy, right? Has at any point of time any father missed catching the kid? None of the father might have missed catching the kid after throwing him or her into the air, right? So that kid trusts the parent. Yes or no? The kid knows that the father would surely catch him or her. That is nothing but trustworthiness. So what are the three main pillars of trust? Empathy, logic, and authenticity. For you to be trustworthy, you have to empathize. Do you know what empathy is? Anyone? Anyone? Okay, I'll tell you what empathy is. Empathy is, it's not kindness. Empathy is understanding the feeling of the other person. If you understand the feelings of the other person, it becomes very easy to communicate with the other person, and the trust builds. The trust builds more because of smooth communication between two people. It can be communication in the office, in the school, wherever it is. And you have to be logical in your dealings, and you have to be authentic. What do you mean by being authentic? If I say that I am authentic, what do I mean? What do you mean by authenticity? It is nothing but being yourself. Authenticity is nothing but being you, honest as possible. So, if you have these three traits in you, any person, it becomes very easy for the other person to trust you, right? This is the most important value that you need to have. You have to build up these qualities so that it eventually helps you in the long run wherever you are in life. Which was the next one? Does this give you a hint? Which was the next one? There were 6 traits, right? I moved that slide very quick. Do you remember which is the next one? After trustworthiness, what is it? Can you get a hint from this picture? What is that man doing? What is that man doing? Any answer? Yes. Give respect, take respect. Though this picture is only symbolic, but the more respect you give to a person, the more respect you get from the other person. Now, tell me one thing. If you fight or argue with your friend, how will your friend respond? If you fight or argue with your friend, your classmate, how will your friend respond? He'll fight, right? If you smile at a stranger, what will the stranger do? You're walking on the road and you smile at a person, what will the stranger do? Okay, kidnap. That is one point that might happen. So you have to be very careful, okay? While because you are kids, you have to be very careful not to get kidnapped, okay? So the response, when you grow up, when you are in office, or you have your own business, if you give respect, you will get respect back from that person. And how does that happen? You have to be decent in your communication, in your behavior, and you have to be tolerant. What do you mean by being tolerant? You can probably unmute and answer. What do you mean by being tolerant?
Subhash, they cannot unmute.
Okay, no issue. Yeah. No issue. You have to, yes, Gaurav, you have to control your feelings. If you are angry, you have to be tolerant enough, you have to be patient enough to understand the other person's feelings also. You should not be retaliating immediately. You have to wait and watch and understand the situation, and then you can take the next step. Is this very clear? First point, we talked about trust, brand loyalty and all those things. It happens only if the brand commands trust. Second, we talked about respect. So are these 2 points clear? Yes or no? We can quickly move on to the next topic then. Okay. What is this, my dear friends? What do you see in this picture? What do you see in this picture? It's not a plane. It's part of a plane. Which part of a plane is this? It's a cockpit. Yes, Reshma, it's a cockpit of a plane. Exactly. Now, when how many of you have flown? How many of you have traveled by plane? Type me if you have traveled, or give me a thumbs up in the chat box. Give me a thumbs up in the chat box if you have traveled by air. Okay. Any other person? Okay, Anusha has flown. Okay. Okay, Reshma. From which place to which place, Reshma, you have traveled? From which place to which place you have traveled? Mangalore to Delhi. Oh, very good. That's a long flight. That's a very long flight. Okay. So, Reshma, when you were up in the air, when there is turbulence, I hope everybody knows what turbulence is. When there is turbulence, how was your feeling? If at all there was turbulence, how did you feel? Scary, right? You were obviously praying, right? Please save me, God. You might have started praying. And you were dependent on whom? On whom were you dependent? Because you are in the middle of the air. Exactly. You were dependent on those two people you see on the screen, the pilot and the co-pilot, right? So the pilot and the co-pilot, they have huge responsibility on their shoulders. Yes or no? Yes or no? So the third trait is, first we talked about trust, second we talked about respect, third trait or the core value is responsibility. Now, if you have been interested with some job, you have to pursue for excellence every time. The first one is continuous improvement. You have to be better today than what you were yesterday. In mobile, you keep on updating your software, right? Yes or no? Don't you update your software in your mobile? Backend software? How many of you have updated or know how to update your software? Practically everyone, right? Yes. So you might have updated your software in your mobile. The same way you have to update, upgrade, upskill yourself by reading more, by interacting with people more. Say, for example, watch videos on YouTube on the lessons that you have. There are a lot of animations which will teach you the subject in a more simplistic manner, tutorial and all. Yes. So you have to keep on improving yourself and you have to excel in whatever field you are. Now, before I go on to the next topic, I want to ask a simple question. How many of you are aiming above 90% in 10th standard? How many of you have targeted 90% marks, above 90% marks in 10th standard? Wow, there are so many. Soumya, Kedar, Gaurav, Anirudh, Pranita, very good. Balwanta, Anusha, Rakshara, very good. All the best to you. And how many of you have targeted between 70 and 90% in 10th standard? Between 70 and 90% in 10th standard. Anyone? Okay. Reshma is very honest to say that I'm okay if I come or score between 70 and 90. Okay, only Reshma. Isn't there any other person who might have thought or who might have targeted, okay, I'll score between 70 and 90? Any more student in that category? Okay, how many of you do not care? Whatever marks I get, I am okay, I'll be successful in life. Irrespective of the marks that I get in 10th standard, I am confident that I'll be successful in life. Is there anyone in this group thinking in those lines? Anybody? I don't see any answers. That means there is nobody. Okay, there's one person who thinks that irrespective of marks, I know that I'll be successful in life. Balwanta. He is very clear that whatever marks I score, I will be successful in life. That should be the attitude, my dear friends. It's not only the marks. It is how well you grasp the concept of your lessons. How easily or how well you grasp it, because only if you grasp that concept, you'll be successful in life, because you know the underlying reason of each and everything. Mugging and scoring marks, anybody can do. But understanding and then being successful in life, there lies the magic. Are you very clear? Are you clear about this? Yes or no? Difference between mugging up and understanding the concept. If you are clear about it, please text yes. I'll be waiting for more yeses. I have only 5 years now. If you are clear about difference between mugging up and scoring marks and understanding the concept and being successful, give me a thumbs up or say yes. Good. The next point, friends, is accountability. If you have been given the responsibility, you need to be accountable to close that thing or to finish off that thing. And that can be done only if you have perseverance, only if you have the grit to complete that. For you to complete any task, you have to have the grit to complete that task. Right? Let's move on. How many of you have younger brother or sister? Say yes if you have younger brother or sister. How many of you amongst this group have younger brother or sister? Reshma is a sister, Soumya, yes. Karthik, yes. Pranita, yes. Any more? Younger brother or sister? Okay. Okay. Now, those who have answered yes, have you ever cheated your younger brother or sister when you had pastry with you or cake with you? Like this boy is doing. He is eating the bigger piece and gave a small piece to his younger brother or sister. Pranita says no, Reshma says yes. Okay. So you people have done that, right? Okay, Karthik says he has cheated his elder sister. That's very smart of him. Okay. Anybody is like Karthik who has cheated his or her elder sister or brother? Anybody in this group? See, the next trait, my dear friends, is fairness. You have to be impartial. You won't understand this right now, but when you get out of school and college, and the moment you get into some business or you become an employee in office, this is very important. If you are the leader or boss of a team, you have to be fair, you have to be impartial, you have to be equal with all the employees. We have been listening a lot about inequality of women. So you need to understand, my dear friends, you need to inculcate this trait within you, so that when you grow up, when you get out of college and get into a job, or you become an employer, you need this trait a lot. People will respect you only if they consider you as a guru. They'll consider you as a guru only if, as a leader, you are fair with all your subordinates. Is this clear? Yes or no? If this is clear, text yes in the chat box, please. Are you very clear with the concept of fairness? You have to be very fair. See, now it's okay. You are a child. Being a child, you do all these childish things. But when you grow up, you need to change. You need to change. Obviously, when you interact with people, those traits will automatically come into you. But you need to understand the pros and cons of each of these traits. First, we talked about trust. Then we talked about respect. Then we talked about responsibility, and then fairness, which is the next thing. Which is this value, my dear friends? Looking at the picture, can you guess which this trait or core value is all about? Yes, Reshma. Yes, Gaurav. It is all about caring, showing kindness. Yes. Very simple, right? How many of you have said thank you to your mother or father or both in recent past? Please be very honest with me. How many of you have said thank you to your parent in the recent past? Okay. Karthik, when was it? When did you say thank you to your parent? When did you say thank you to your parent? And to whom did you say? Was it your mother or your father? Yes, Karthik. You can text your answer. To whom did you say thank you in the recent past? Was it your father or your mother? Balwanta can also answer. Okay, recently you got fever and your mother cared. Okay, so did you say thank you to her? And when was it? And when was it? See, they care about us. Balwanta said thank you to his father, Reshma, to her mom because she gave new clothes. Okay, Karthik had said thank you 1 week ago. Now, I would like to understand from all the participants, how many of you have not said thank you to your parent maybe for a long time? Not even a single thank you. Be honest. You can text directly to me if you feel shy. The moment you say thank you to your parent, look at the change inside you that happens. Just try it today. Your mother or father will be surprised why you are saying thank you. You tell them that Subhash sir asked us to say thank you to you. Thank you to whatever you have done to us. Thank you to bringing up to this level. Thank you for educating us. Can be anything, right? Gratefulness. Showing gratefulness. Okay. So just try it out and look at the smile on their faces. And let me know, WhatsApp it to me that, sir, I said thank you, and this was their reaction. Wouldn't they smile when you say thank you to them? Yes or no? Wouldn't their reaction be really different if you say thank you to them? Yes or no? Obviously, yes, right? And the last trait is, what is this all about? Any guesses? They'll feel shy. Okay. What is this all about? This is the last trait. It's happy is being, it's a state of mind. It's not a trait. Social work, yes, you are very close, Gaurav. You are very close. It is citizenship. Somebody wanted to join JCI. JCI is all about citizenship. Active citizen. Okay. And what do you need to do here? Obey the laws. You remember I asked the question on the first slide when we started. Why will you wear helmet? Is it for safety or because you are afraid of the police? And everybody said safety. That is the right thing to do. It's not because you are fearful of the policeman. you are wearing the helmet. Okay. So you have to follow the rules, wear mask when you are going out. Next is conserve the resources, recycle. That is what these girls are doing, right? And use public transportation as much as possible. How many of you clean your utensils or your plates every day? Don't lie to me. If you are really cleaning your plates after having your lunch or dinner, text yes in the chat box. Please be honest with me. Yeah, there are a lot of students who are not daily, but okay, that's a good one. Okay. One person has sent me a direct message. He says, I don't do it daily, but still I do. That's really being very honest. Okay. So this is all about the traits. So what was the first one? The first one was trust. Second was respect. Third, responsibility. Fourth, fairness. Next, caring. And the last one is citizenship. Now, let's move on to a different topic now. You all are human beings, right? Yes or no? We all are human beings. Yes or no? So, I'm just asking you to be human. Now you are a human being. So here, whatever we have talked about is taking you to a phase where you are being a human. Got the point? Got the difference between both? What do you see in this picture? Any guesses? Angry, yes. They have had a fight and they are angry. You people might have fought with your friends, right? For a lot of things, correct? So, yes, they might have argued. That's the reason why they're sitting like this, back to back. Now, many a times it so happens that you meet a person and you say, hi, how are you? But looking at that person, you think, oh, I don't like this guy. Has it happened to you at any point of time? How many of you, when you saw me yesterday, oh, this person, this bald guy, he looks like a good guy, or how will he teach me? Has anyone felt like that? He looks so annoying. He looks so. Karthik says no way. But when you see today, you might be saying no way. But when you saw me yesterday, you might be thinking, how, what will this person say? He does not look to be cheerful or whatever. It might have come into your mind, right? Some perception, right? So it is how we engage with each other. It starts with the first perception, then we communicate, and then we come to know, yes, this is the right guy or the wrong guy. Now, when you argue with some person, isn't it prudent to just stop that argument, change your behavior? You argue with the other person because you do not like the behavior of that person. Why don't you change your behavior? The reason why I'm telling you this is when you grow up, when you get into that stressful situation, it will affect your heart, yes or no? When you argue with some person, when you fight with some person, don't you get stressed? The moment you get stressed, won't it affect your heart? It will raise your BP, right? It will affect your heart. So instead of changing the behavior of the other person, I will change my behavior because it is my heart attack. Yes or no? Because it is my heart attack, I will change my behavior. I will not bother to change the behavior of the other person. So many a times, do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? Do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? Ego comes into picture, right? Yes, let me have more answers. Everybody wants to be happy. If you are saying that you want to be right, that means your ego comes into picture and you keep on fighting, there is no end. So at some point of time, you have to agree to disagree. Let me repeat this point. At some point of time, whenever you are arguing with somebody, you have to agree to disagree. Only then you will end up being happy. So it is not necessary that you have to be right always. You think that person is foolish, forget about him or her. Forget about him or her, because might be a heart attack, not his or her heart attack. So for you to be happy, just get out of that problematic situation. I'll give you one example. I was driving my car and I was looking out for some address on Google Map. Okay, and I was driving very slowly. There was one more car behind me, and that person was blowing his horns repeatedly because he wanted to go ahead. Initially, I thought that person is mad. That person is mad. Why is he blowing his horn or honking so much? Okay, so there are two things. Both sides of the coins you have to see. One is, it's not about me. Okay, it's his issue. So it's not my problem. I'm doing my job. I'm driving my way. It's not my problem. It is his problem. But when I went home, I just went deeply into that situation, and I thought probably it was about me. When I empathized with that person, because I was driving slowly, that person was unable to overtake me. So you have to consider both sides of the coin. The first one is, it's not about me. Second is, it is about me. Initially, I thought that it is his problem. But obviously, it was not his problem. It was my problem. I was driving the car slowly, which was creating an issue. Now, when I'm talking to you or conducting this training session, many of the students might be playing with their mobile. How many of you are playing with your mobile? Or how many of you are listening to me? How many of you are listening to me? Yes or no? Are you all with me? Okay, there might be few students who are not with me, who are playing with the mobile, right? Now, I would think, if it is on a offline class, if I were in a classroom and somebody is just going down his head and not listening to me, I would think that my session is boring. I would feel sad that my session is boring. Or I might think that the person is doing something important, or he's not understanding. He's not understanding what I'm saying, or I'm going very fast. That's the reason why he's not following me. So you have to look at both sides of the coin. It might be about me, or it might be about that person. If it is about that person, just ignore it. So I'm asking this question again. Do you want to be right, or do you want to be happy? Do you want to be right, or do you want to be happy? Want to be happy, right? So yesterday also we talked about something, saying that what will people say if they tease me? If I ask some stupid question, people will tease me. They'll laugh at me. Now, if I say that you are a watermelon, will you get impacted? I am saying that you are a watermelon. Will you get impacted? If you are standing in front of me and I say that you are a watermelon, will you get impacted? Obviously, no. Because you cannot relate yourself to being a watermelon. It is a fruit. You can't relate. It's just a fruit, exactly. You can't relate yourself being a watermelon because it is a fruit. There's no connection at all. Now, if I say that you are selfish, if I say that you are selfish, will there be a connect? Would you relate to it? Now, I'm not getting the answer because many of you might be feeling maybe yes. Maybe yes. Exactly. If you behave like that, maybe yes. If I say you are selfish, that you might think, yes, I have not given the bigger piece of cake or bigger piece of pastry to my younger brother. So I think I am a little bit selfish. I think a lot about myself. So you got the difference between watermelon and the and a trait where you are being selfish. So it is how you get impacted. How you get impacted by what others are saying. Okay. Now, what do you see here, my dear friends? What do you see here? On your screen, you see something, right? What is it on a plate? A piece of cake, yes. A cake. It's a brownie. You might have had brownie in the in your neighborhood cake shop, right? It's a brownie or a cake. It's kept on a plate, right? What would be the cost of this brownie? If you want to buy it, how much would it cost? If you go to your neighborhood cake shop and buy this brownie, how much would it cost? It's just a brownie. It's just a piece of cake. What is that? $100, 20 rupees, right? Okay. Brownie 40 to 50 rupees, maximum 50 rupees. Okay. Okay. Maybe 20. Some shops might be selling it at 20 rupees. Some shop might be selling it at 50 rupees, right? Now, what is this? I have put vanilla on it. What is this? Hot chocolate. It is the same brownie, right? Looks yummy. Now, how much would it cost? Chocolate brownie, yes. Sizzling brownie, how much would it cost? More than 100, obviously. And depends upon the shop, whether it is 100 or 150. Earlier, it was how much? Earlier, it was not more than 50 rupees. You have put 10 rupees worth of vanilla ice cream and maybe 10 rupees worth of hot chocolate. But look at the value, how much you have increased it to. From 50 rupees, the cost was hardly, you have increased the cost hardly by 20-30 rupees, but the value you have increased by more than 100 rupees. So what have we done here? When you add little bit of extra to ordinary, it was an ordinary brownie, right? You added something extra onto it. It became extraordinary. Is this clear? This same thing applies to you, my dear friends. You are now, say you are now an ordinary person. You are now an ordinary person. If you something extra into your brain, you have to upgrade yourself or you have to upskill yourself by studying or communicating with people or attending to TEDx or listening to TEDx or some, then only yourself. Is this clear? Yes or no? Is this clear? As you upgrade your mobile software, yourself by studying a little bit extra. Only then you'll be unique. Otherwise, you'll be like everyone else. Do you want to be ordinary or an extraordinary person? Do you want to be ordinary or an extraordinary person? Extraordinary, right? A unique person whom people will really look out for, right? So, what is the saying here? Poor people have big TVs, rich people have big libraries. The more books you read, the more intellectual you'll be. These are some of the books which I have read, which will be very useful. You can take a screenshot and probably you'll get it. You get audiobooks in YouTube also. You can go through these books. You can take a screen. With that, we
Subhash,
also talked about how to deal with difficult person. It's choice that we make either to be happy or to be right. And you all said that you would like to be happy. With that, I come to the end and I open up for the question and answer. Over to you, coordinator.